All right, so I welcome you all once again to this section. Please, we are going to look out for internal analysis. Now we are done with the external. We have looked out for issues that we don't control. Now let's look out for issues that we can control. Internal analysis. And then its purpose. Why do we do internal analysis? So please let me start from this section. So we are going to talk about internal analysis. It's also part of the strategic analysis. Don't forget that with the strategic analysis, it's about two, internal and external analysis. So once we have extensively talked about the internal analysis and their models, we have to also talk about internal. When you say internal, over here, things you have to look out for. You see, I like this. In fact, I like strategy. You see, strategy will let you, in fact, understand where you belong to with level of strategy. So please, here the issues you have to look out for is first, your strategic capability. What you are capable of. So the issues you must know under this, your strategic capability. Yes, over here, we can see that one as what you can do internally. And here, know the models. Here too, I'll take my time because this is very new to us. So the models, the issues you have to look out for, and you have to join us all the time. Please join all the time to get it done. Now, strategic capability is what you can do. Your strength. The aim of internal analysis to identify strength and weakness. And a strategic capability does that. Your strength and your weakness. Knowing your strength will help you to go into battles that you can win. If you know your strength, you won't go and attack your strongest enemy. Ask the military when they go for military war, they don't attack strongest people. Have you seen why Russia and Ukraine are fighting since? Like you don't need to attack their stronghold. What you have to do is attack the one that you can beat well. In war, attack someone that you can beat well. So you know your strength, and after knowing your strength, to help you to identify which of the groups I can beat well with my strength. Those that I cannot, don't fight and create a boundary. Don't go to their neighborhood. Yes. So, and all this can be derived from where? Your capability, what you can do with your strength. Some people, they have physical body, but trust me, there's no strength inside. Even ordinary fowl, they can't kill. Ordinary fowl, they can't kill. Common mountain lizard can chase them out of their houses, their room. Yes, mountain lizard can chase them from their houses. Capability, what you can do. Where someone have strength and use it well, other people's do different case. So around the game, you must understand this in the context of a business environment, in the context of business organization, and a case study. That's the first thing. Second, don't end it there. You must also understand customer needs. You must understand customer needs. This is also part of the internal analysis. The needs of your customers. Customer needs. And no wonder there's a model for this, and we treat all these models. We call that model customer relationship management, CRM. So that is where we find all these models. Again, you must also understand critical success factors for products and services. So CSFs, critical success factors. These are the models that we have to pick all the models under each of these sections, and every section there's a model there that we have to use. So internal analysis also can be with its own models. So please, but the aim is to identify what you can do best, what you cannot do. Simple as that. What you can do best is your strength. What you cannot do well is your weakness. To know them, so that you don't go and attack a wrong person. It's like someone have just disciplined your child very well. And for you, you said that no, nobody disciplined my child apart from me, no one else. So your child told you, and now you said, oh, go and show me the person. I must beat this person, Sam. If you're watching funny movies, you see how they do it. Comedy videos. Somebody have beat your child well. Discipline your child well. Now you're supposed to clap for the person. Say, no. Nobody beat my child and go free. You never consider your strength. You never consider who beat your child. And you follow the child to the person's house. They open the house. You entered. They locked the gates. Now the person came out. 3 giant military men. Can you fight them? This one, you have to just beg them that it was a mistake. It's for a wrongful attempt, wrongful operation. Like when the military people will go for wrongful operation, they return back quietly. They don't tell anybody. Yes, it happened. Russia have done it several times. US have done it several times. Wrong operation. They return back. So please know your strength before you go and then fight someone that will break your ribs. That's all what we are learning. That's all. So understand it for us. Critical success factors. What are the factors that will let you move ahead or has let you move ahead from your competitors? What has made Russia to become a superpower, or US become superpower, or NATO become superpower? Their critical success factors need to be analyzed. And when they give you the case study, this is what you have to do. Then another model that we have to look out for is called value chain analysis. Value chain. So we have to understand these models. So these are the issues that we are going to tackle them one after the other. So I pick them one, and that's on value chain. And right from value chain, you must understand CRM, customer relationship management. So customer relationship management. All these are what things that we have to, and these are direct models. So know where they apply though. Please don't mix the models. I'm begging you. Some of the models we have done them already. You may see them here. Some of the models they run through like BCG and then life cycle, and then other ones they can run through. So take notice for me. Don't be mixing them. Again, resources and competences. It's very important. Resources and competences. Of course, over here, we are going to learn those that have the resources and then the know-how. Some countries have the resources, but the know-how is there, it's absent. Some countries don't have the know-how, but the resources are absent. That is how the world is. Yes, that's how the world is. The resources will be there, but you know the use of it. You too, you know how to use it, but the resources will never be there. Because when they give everything to you, if you have the resources and you have the know-how, that's what we call them the superpowers. It will give you what you call critical success factor. You become a superpower. You have the resource, you know how to operate it. Now you become a superpower. You'll be blowing a lot of countries. Yes, truth need to be told. Russia is the largest country on this earth. Yes. Not because naturally they had their country. No. Ask them. They have every number of years, like about, let's say 50 years or 20 years up to 100 years. They have to conquer small, gradually, expand their territory. So if they share war with you, they have to like come for war, and then by the time you realize they've conquered. That's why. And they're trying to conquer what? Conquer Ukraine. Ukraine said, no way, you can't conquer us. And that's why they are still fighting. Let's just allow them, okay, when they are tired, they will stop. They can't fight forever. They should do, and when they are tired, they will stop. Yes, just leave them. So that is that. The resources and competencies, please. If you have the two, you are the best company ever. If you have the resources and you know how to use them, forget it. If you have one, you don't have the other, there's a problem. You have the resources, the skills are not there. Hey, you waste them. Have you seen the A for Apple people? The young child, the toddler, baby. Look at how they waste pomade. They put the pomade everywhere, as if they don't like. We don't buy pomade. It's not them. For them, they have the resources. They don't know. They don't have the competence to use it. So that's how it is. So, and look at how the adults also apply pomade. They apply it only where people will see. Yes. Meanwhile, you're supposed to apply pomade everywhere, including, in fact, your hair everywhere. But adults, the competence, they also have the skills to use it because the resources are not there in abundance. So let's all take notice of why we are learning all these stuffs. Apply them to the case and we are free to go. Strategy will be one of the interesting paper that you always love to study because it is practical. It's not something abstract. It's not something that you say ammonia gas. What from ammonia gas? It's not something that they thought that it exists in a space. No. These are practical stuffs. So it make it very attractive. Capabilities and competitive advantage. So the next one that you have to do is capabilities and competitive advantage. Competitive advantage. Competitive advantage. Capabilities and competitive advantage. You see, some of the entities, their capabilities, what they can do best, has put them on top. So Apple, number one. Apple is number one. Their capabilities have put them on top. China is number two, and then the rest. Some of their countries too, or some of the entity companies too, their capabilities have put them at the bottom. And then the last stage is to put everything together. We now look out for strength and weakness. So summarizing all the models, everything, we now look out for strengths and weakness. That's all. And that's the SW. Then we are done with the story. So please, this is what we have to look out for. So these are the sections. Let me see if I can count them for you. One, some of them are just a small topic. Some of them too are very deep. So those that are small, I'll let you know. Those that are deep too, I'll let you know. And please, you can get all this stuff to read in the material. If you check on the digital platform, the Target digital platform, you can have all this well explained over there. And then with the available questions will also be posted very soon. And we move with the storyline. So please take notice of that. Today, let me see if I can give you a gist of what you mean by strategic what capability. We normally call resources audit. Resources audit, what you can do. So here, let's just talk about the meaning. So the few minutes out of me, I'm going to talk about the meaning of strategic capability. Yes. So let's talk about strategic capability. Strategic capability. So I've listed everything you must know, everything you have to know under the under the internal analysis. I've listed them for you here. So it's just a matter of you taking them. Today, let me learn this. That's all. Learn all of them, and you are free to go. Pay your syllabus. That is what you have to know. And you move on. Step-by-step approach. Okay, so let's start with the next game. We are talking about strategic capability. What are we talking about? Strategic capability. Capability. So within our next 2 meetings, you have to finish all this internal analysis. Now, when you say strategic capability, you see, it simply means an ability to perform. An ability to perform. Ability to perform and to achieve your objective or prosper. So, ability to perform and achieving strategic objective. That's all. Simplest language, ability to perform. And achieving what? It's not just perform, some people can perform from the day they started operation up to the end, no results will come. So ability to perform and do what? And achieving strategic objective. Take notice. So please take notice. And achieving strategic objective. So we must understand that strategic capabilities improves how you perform in order to be on top, in order to achieve your objective. Now we can tell that it is just the how. All right, so sorry about that. Let's continue. I think all right. Now, when you talk about strategic capability, it's just how the entity, the ability of the entity to use its core competence to create competitive advantage. That is all. So how do you use something good of you to create another good item? That's your capability. You see, how do you attract quality things? You see, that is a strategic capability of quality things. So when you say strategic capability, let me go deeper. In the deepest language, how does the entity use its competence, its resources, whatever God has placed in their hands, or whatever they have, or whatever nature have blessed them with? How do the entity utilize what they have to be on top? So it's not about here, we are not assessing what we don't have. Here we are talking about what we have. What have you done? What have you achieved from what we have? That is what we mean by strategic capability. So let me just summarize it. Sorry, we've lost our whiteboard, so I have to start all over again. So let me just say in a few minutes, we are done. So when we talk about strategic capability, all what I'm trying to say is that how does the entity uses its what? Core competencies. It's about skills. It's about knowledge. Whatever it has, whatever he's like good at. So why can't you identify your core competence and now use it to achieve a competitive advantage? To create a competitive advantage. To do what? To create a competitive advantage. Please create something from what you are good at. That is how the world is. I'll be posting some content very soon describing how you can create from your competencies to create what you call a competitive advantage. That's all. So now, when you talk about strategic capability, how do you use your skills to do something marvelous? Yes. See that some people can be a very great footballer, pal. Yes, that's their skills. They are demonstrating it. When Messi, Ronaldo, they take the ball and the soccer, the way they dribble people in it, they are very interesting. Yes, they are just using their core competence, what they can do best. They are just using what they can do best to create some advantage for themselves. So individual organizations too, that is what we have to look out for. And we move on. So here to reflect ability to use, and then here ability to use and exploit resources available to it. So it can be about the resources, ability to use and exploit resources. All what I'm trying to say is just about what? Trying to tell that strategic capability reflects the ability to use and exploit resources. So another language, ability to use and exploit resources. So ability to use and exploit the resources available through competencies developed in the activities and processes performed. That's all. So take notice of that. Ability to use and exploit the resources available. The resources available. So what you have, not what you don't have. So please, let us stop complaining about what we don't have. You have everything. You're not lacking anything. So what you have, how have you used them? That's all. So if you are competent enough and you have 1 cedi, at least it's supposed to do what 1 cedi can do. And you can use it to do better, increase it. So 1 cedi can grow up to become 2 cedi the next day. The next day, the 2 cedi will grow up to become 4 cedi. But I realize you're having a lot. So that is the ability to use. So capability is your ability to use what you have well to do well. If you can't use what you have to do well, then you are not capable. Strategically, you're not capable. So that is the first stage. All right, so basically, we are true. How do we achieve that? So I'll leave that one for the next discussion. And we use the models to look out for. So thank you. So how to achieve will be for our next discussion. How to achieve. So take note how to achieve. How to achieve a strategic capability or achieving strategic capability. That's for the next discussion. Let me just check something in here for you. Kindly join us all time. Thank you very much. I'll see you again. Goodbye, everyone.